a shot. Okay, so this is just me wiggling it lightly. As you can see, it wiggles. Okay, so I tried filming an intro video inside. Didn't feel right. Maybe I'll include part of it. But right now I'm out in my greenhouse studio type situation. And I want to get back into, I can't even really say back into because I made 2 videos like 6 months ago. But recently I've deleted social media and I like not having it. But I do miss being able to share things with people. And I'm also trying to, I'm in the 6 months out of the year. I'm a farmer. And so I work like overtime 6 months out of the year and then really pretty much have like 6 months off. And so I have a lot of time for creative projects right now. And being a creative person, I also really enjoy sharing things with people. But because social media is kind of icky for me right now at this point in my life, I do want to be able to share things with people. And so this is just one social media adjacent way, and the videos are long enough that I found that only like 4 people watch them. But I like those 4 people, so that's really what matters. So I'm out in my studio greenhouse because I want to do a little show and tell of what I've been into lately. I also, introduction to the 4 people who are watching this who already know me really well. I graduated almost 3 years ago, and I have my bachelor's of fine arts in sculpture and extended media. I also took a lot of classes in a major called crafts and material studies, and those are actually my favorite classes. I wish I had majored in that major. And my favorite classes in that major that I took were metalsmithing class, small scale metalwork. I think it was called jewelry, but you didn't really have to make jewelry. It was just small metals. I was not planning on doing a ton in here today because I have an arbor project I want to work on. But it's so snowy that maybe I'll just stay in here, and it's so much warmer in here. It's like 55 degrees in here and it's like 40 degrees outside. We'll see. It's just, this is what I'm up to. And I'm really having a lot of fun doing this kind of thing. Actually, jeez, it is so bright out here. Oh my gosh. My husband mentioned that there was, I'm building it out of cedar because it's a naturally rot resistant wood. And so I don't have to use pressure treated wood. Look at all the little deer footprints. It's so fun after it snows because you can see where animals are all the time. There's my footprints going there, and you can see the tiny little deer footprints. They're just going all along this fence line. But I do know that I don't have enough cedar, so I'm gonna have to cut some limbs. Well, there are already some limbs that are down. I just need to get them away from the tree and near where I need them to be. It's actually rather warm outside. I'm a little bit warm in my big coat. Ideally, I would use a chainsaw for this, but I'm awful at starting chainsaws. And I have a sawzall, whatever you want to call them, where you want to put the emphasis. See that limb that's broken? It's rather large, and I'm going to cut it because it's already broken, and I can use it, and it looks like a really long, good piece, and it's still green, which means I'll be able to bend it how I want to. So I'm going to prop you guys up and hope that you can see what I'm doing. out, which is the one that I really wanted. There's another one that's pretty, you know, it seems permanently bent down from the storm. I might try to take that one, or I don't know if you can see from here. There's this big hayfield behind my house, and there's 2 or 3 what my husband and I call islands of trees in the hayfield, and they've all got big cedars in them. So I might clean this up and see what I've got to work with, and then head out there and see if there are any large branches down. The hardest part is getting these big limbs. Jeez, it's so hard to point in camera and know where you are. All the way over there. I'm not gonna film that part of my struggle. You'll just have to imagine it. Wish me luck. Okay, so I took my jacket off, so I was getting all sweaty. And now I see why in like survival shows like Man vs. Wild, they tell you to not do this. Because I feel like I can feel the sweat freezing on me now. Okay, I had to go get sunglasses because the sun was so bright. I was getting a headache from squinting, but I have decided where I'm going to put it. I was thinking of putting it like I showed you before, like here, and that general area. As you can see, there's my house. Here's my large blackberry arbor front garden, and I have a couple garden beds up there. One thing that is probably going to get me in trouble with this project is that I'm not measuring anything. I want the arbor to be about that tall, and I've got another piece over here, and I'll see if I can make it work. You know? I do think planting something like a rose on this arbor would be so pretty. It would definitely make it more of a permanent decision. So that's super tall. I'm mixing snow with this mud, so definitely not too sturdy. Don't even know if that's level. Plumb, I should say. Looks about right to me. Jeez, using the Sawzall, you get like the Sawzall. What do people call it when you take pre-workout and your whole body feels itchy? Using the Sawzall like shakes you so much. It shakes me so much, I'm sure I'm not doing it right, that you feel itchy. So this is about as deep as I'm going. Really not that deep, maybe 8 inches for the sake of semi-permanency. Colder out here than it was. Maybe I just need to go put a hat on. I'm gonna do that. The hat is certainly making me much warmer. This is the hat I wear when I go walk Ginger in the woods. Because we have hunters nearby and I don't want to get shot. Okay, so this is just me wiggling it lightly. As you can see, it wiggles. I'm just deciding not to be that worried about it. The structure doesn't have to hold anything up except for itself. I might put a climbing rose on probably, I would say, this side of it. If the climbing rose is too heavy for to be held up by this, that's really great for the rose. I I just really doubt that it's going to be a problem. I'm not done adding supports to it. I think if I had buried it a lot deeper, it definitely would be a lot sturdier, and if I had used thicker pieces of cedar, but I didn't, and I don't really want to, because like I said, I want to be able to move this if I feel like it. All of that being said, I'm just making excuses for why it's so wiggly. I think it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna leave you guys there. It's not the best angle. You're kind of looking right at like my butt area the whole time. But you're probably one of my siblings if you're watching this, so it's okay. I like keeping pieces with natural forks in them and finding ways to attach both of the forks to different parts of the arbor, because I think that looks really cool. This isn't that bad. I thought working out in the snow and in the cold would be much worse than this. It has gotten a lot colder, like I said, but it's really not. I have been putting this off for 2 weeks because I thought it'd be too... Okay, so see how I left this in a fork? That's nice because this looks like a tree branch. If I took this off, it looks like a stick. You know what I mean? There is a difference. They're the same thing, but there's a difference. In my head, at least. I'm done, I think. I decided not to do the little gate pieces on the side just because I do want to plant something here, like a climbing rose or clematis that'll go up over. This bench is not going to stay here. I thought about moving it, but it was nice to have somewhere to put all the tools while I was working. Thinking it's either going to go over there near the raised beds or underneath that tree there, facing this way, because this is where the sun sets. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. David pointed out when he walked underneath of it that it looks so much taller than, I guess it is that much taller than me. My dad is 6 foot tall. Not that my dad will be consistently walking underneath this arbor, but anybody over about 5'10" is gonna have to duck. I don't know, I made it what I thought was pretty tall. Didn't, think about people being taller than me, which most people are.